So hey Bridget, this is the grass outside of the garden. I wanted to point you at it so you could see this is the line of mulch. And this is the entire mulched garden. And that's my mom weeding. I have kind of excessively mulched everything, I think. But I wanted to make all the paths mulched. These are the rocks we've pulled up that I've used for various things like marking plants. See, we've left some milkweeds. We have some monarch caterpillars. There's some daylilies still popping up, but a lot of the other plants I just, squished down. We've already been walking through and weeding things. So we planted some squash in here, and I'm trying to train the squash to fall outside. This is the okra. Look how big it's getting. Look at how happy the basil and the carrots are growing with each other. And these are carrots and basil and tomato growing together. Although the basil's kind of like losing itself underneath the tomato there, but we have lots of basil. This green basil you see between these two rosy basils are holy basil. I don't know which kind of holy basil. And then that's a wood betony, milkweed, and lily. There's another squash over here. And then this is a calendula from one of my comfrey from one of my mother's herbalist friends. And just look how big these leaves are. I just love how big they are. Anyway, so this is all the mulching I've done. I was listening to recordings by Manly P. Hall about the spiritual anatomy of humans, which was pretty fun. This is squash and sweet potato. They're all doing very well together. I haven't really started training them, but I don't want them to like walk out into the walking space. I want them to all just like take each other over and cover this entire bed. And there's still milkweeds and mugworts coming up. Mostly milkweeds and mugworts coming up through the mulch, which I do occasionally walk around and weed. And I don't know, I don't think the last time I made the video, I hadn't finished rabbit proofing. So there's, we put this chicken wire for the first 2 feet and then buried it about a foot, except over here where there was this big telephone pole my dad had used to shore this up. And then we had an old stack of bricks. So we lined the bricks along the bottom. So if people landscape and they get all crazy about wanting to weed eat, they won't destroy the chicken wire. This is another tomato with some more basil friends and squash friends. And this is some of the only Brussels sprouts I have left. All the other ones got eaten. But we did make it right here underneath the squash. He's really crowded. I doubt he'll do well, but I imagine, if they do well, we should actually pull.
Right there?
Yeah, we should pull the squash again,
that
just
way.
kind of encourage him to go this way.
Yeah.
Go that way, go that way. And all these guys, I want them to climb up the fence. That's another okra. There's a milkweed that's looking quite mature that I haven't pulled. But yeah, all of this mulching is on top of cardboard boxes or feed bags, like paper feed bags. This is all senna. My mother loves senna. Look how happy it's looking. It's starting to flower. I guess those are flower pods. And the cup plants are flowering. And we just ripped out these catnip. We have tons of catnip that we've already garbled and dried in the house. And these were these huge catnips in here that we didn't pull out earlier, but we just made more space for the jalapenos. And that's holy basil that's flowering. And there's all these little transplant beets that I put in here. That's our leggy lettuce. Our cucumber was doing amazing, but then it just died all of a sudden. So it had 3 big cucumbers and we pulled them off. I don't know what else to say. Here's some tansy that's flowering. Hey, tansy. Mom left that in here because it's a good pollinator. The turnips are alive again. The turnips and the kale. I made a neem soap solution and it killed all the bugs off. As you see, I've been harvesting the purslane. It's so big. There's so much purslane. But I've been eating it and it's good. It's good to have greens from the garden every day. I just don't want to have too much oxalic acid, of course, so I'm frying it up. But that's the garden right now. I'm very happy with it. It's been a lot of work, and now I'm just at that phase with it where it's just like refining and little bits. And there are these 2 open spots. We planted a bunch of parsnips here. They didn't come up, so there's open spots here. We might transplant things here. What were we thinking about transplanting here now? I don't remember off the top of my head. There's some beets I've transplanted there when I was thinning them out, and they're growing. Oh yeah, this stuff. I put some chia seeds and flax seeds, which I eat every morning, into pots. And this is a chia seed and a flax seed plant. Chia and flax, but I don't know which is which. So I have to look up online, and then I think I'll put those in the ground. This is mung beans and adzuki beans from my kitchery row Look how happy and big they are. Oh, it's great. It's great. Anyway, love you. Thought I would share a little gardening video. Again, this was for when I put I just moved these back. When we left for 4th of July, I put a sprinkler on here so that things would keep getting watered. But now we're trying not to water them every day, just let them be established and stress a little so that they get better roots. And Mom thinks we're gonna make a salve out of this catnip, right? Could be good. Anyway, love you, and hope you're having fun gardening wherever you are gardening, doing whatever you are doing. Actually, I'll show you the squash and the zucchini. Is there any squash on the squash, Mom?
I don't see any.
Maybe it's being eaten.
Shall I go ahead and pick these, Zucchetta, or do you want to come out later and get them?
Well, go ahead and pick them. Do you want to make the zucchini pie tonight?
Yeah.
Well then. Wow, look at that. This is more comfrey, and I don't know what are these tall standy things there by the comfrey? Do you know? That's not the name of their plants. The name of this is the zucchetta.
Use that.
Yes, I'm holding it. Ooh, it's slimy. And these can grow to be like 4 feet long. These.
I should have my knife. I'm going to come back with a knife. I don't want to. I'm afraid it'll rip that.
You can leave it till tomorrow. We can just. Is this enough for the pie tonight?
No.
No?
No. But there is another one out front. See, the potatoes.
And look at all this lamb's quarters. Wow. Greens for days. There's a big squash blossom in there.
Yeah.
And the potatoes are hidden.
No, they're gone.
No, but I mean, do you think there might be roots?
Some tubers, hopefully.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the garden video for today. Love you, Bridget. Oh, let me turn around and show you my face. Male.